Good morning, guys. My name is Eric V. I am Hoysley. I am the voice of FutureSquawk. I thank you for listening on the live stream. For those of you guys who are, that's right, it is going to be live streamed and recorded and left up on the website on YouTube. That's right, at FutureSquawk. You know that already since you're already here, right? So today has been an interesting day, guys. Today has definitely been an interesting day. We're seeing a little bit of offer in as of recent, but guys, what are we seeing here? What are we seeing? We talked about it. We talked about it multiple times. We talked about how this was a we had no bias in the ES, right? We had long lean bias on the 4-hour with trade above 28.61 halves. Yeah, let's look at it real quick. 28.61 halves. So on the 4-hour, guys, let's see what we have here. Yeah, it's about that 28.61 halves on the 4-hour. Yeah, that's right there. That's our 4-hour lean. We could be a little more generous with it, leave it at 34, but I think for now, I think that 4-hour lean, that's a good 4-hour box. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 full days of trade and initiative out of balance. The upside, we've invalidated we've invalidated the 5-minute lean. We have no 5-minute bias. Actually, we're about to change that up, I think, as we have seen some trade back down to the downside, guys. We'll get to that in just a second. On the 30-minute, I think the 30-minute, that 91 was our key area. I think that we could expand that down to 85 and a half and just call that good. But yeah, trade back below that 85 and a half, and it really brings back into question. We saw the 85s in the overnight session. So the long lean bias, yeah, that's right. Trade back below that 85. I mean, that 85 to 91. I think that's close enough. I think we'll just change that price pattern into 91s, but we'll 91 to 85. And because that's just what we have seen, and then we have no bias on the 5-minute time frame. There's a lot of political risk out there. There's a lot of hurricane related stuff. There was a child who passed away, unfortunately, in a Florida mobile home overnight because of the hurricane that made land. So tough stuff, guys. Tough stuff. But yeah, we are seeing no long lean bias still on the 30-minute time frame. No bias on the 5-minute. Now since we have no bias, let's take a look at areas that are of interest to us, right? I think on the 15-minute time frame, because on the 5-minute, like, let's zoom real quick on the 5-minute. Yeah, you can see it's a little bit harder to see, right? So let's go out to a 15 so you guys can see what I'm talking about. We had that spike up. We had an area of balance starting last Thursday all the way through basically the holiday this week. We had an area of balance from the 13s, from the 1275s all the way down to the 92s, guys. And then yesterday and last night in the overnight session, we saw 1, 2, 3 full overlapping price activities lower, right? And we did see a new low print into the 85. So guys, I think that you can see we have 1, 2 areas of balance lower. I think we can officially establish a 5-minute short lean here, guys, off this high. Probably could have done it yesterday with overlapping trade, but as we did spike up into the close, it was a little harder to do. So guys, I think we can establish a 5-minute short lean as long as trade is below 29.02 quarters. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's establish that short lean bias, 5-minute short lean bias on the 5-minute. We're looking for sustained trade below 29.02 quarter. Okay, we're looking for that. That's what, and if we see trade back above that, yeah, that would call into question that short lean, no doubt about it. But I really like what we're seeing here, especially if we can stay below that 93, which is the middle of the current area of balance, and see some release back to the downside. That would really give me some hope for continuation to the downside. But yeah, you can tighten it all the way up to 29.01 spot 25, or you could let it go all the way up to the 2 quarters, guys. I think either way, we're talking about a 1.5 points. I don't think it's a major difference, right? But yeah, I think trade back above that would really call into question that shortly. And I know that right now we are right over here. We're right between that the 85 and that 91 area, guys. And but yeah, it would you could definitely see it from both sides, right? So let's talk about seeing it from both sides. So here's the 30-minute, right? We are near the lower extreme of this 30-minute. We are talking about how that 30-minute is seeing some sell-off, guys, but you could definitely be a buyer as long as we're above this this breakout point, this 28.78 halves, right? That was the previous all-time high, and we are in a basically just a chop zone, guys. Chop zone up here on the recent highs. This is an all overlapping price activity up here on the highs. There's no doubt about it, all the way from the 29.17s all the way down to our current price. We are trading the 89s last. You can definitely say there's all overlapping price activity all the way down into the 81s if you wanted to. But yeah, guys, that's what I think in the larger scale. I think what's going to happen is I think we're just going to balance them up here on these highs, and we're going to actually see a rotation all the way back to the upside. However, when that happens, I'm not sure. And I think it looks to me, definitely looks like we're seeing one area of balance, two areas of balance, right? Lower on the 30-minute, on the 5-minute as well, guys. On the 5-minute, we're clearly seeing overlapping price activity lower and full rotation on the ES. Now, interestingly enough, guys, that is the ES on the 5-minute time frame. We definitely will be looking for a price pattern into the 93.62s, 93.75s when it gets up there. So we're looking for, so what we really want to keep that short lean bias is sustained trade below 29.02, but we are looking for a price pattern into 93.75s, okay? So that is what we're looking for, is a key area as a price pattern into 93.75. That's what we would love to see continuation to the downside. Now, guys, on the Nasdaq, guys, like I said, on a larger time frame, yeah, I definitely think that we're at a lower extreme. We're buying lower extremes. The trend up is always a good idea. So limits your risk, and you know where you're wrong on the invalidation. So you can definitely attack this market from both sides today, guys. I think the short side might be easier, but you can definitely attack this market from both sides. Let's take a look at that YM very quickly. YM, join me as we do this, right? We are seeing that YM. Let's see here, guys. Yeah, we're seeing the same thing on the 15-minute time frame. I zoomed out so we could get a couple more days worth of action in here. But yeah, we are seeing that 185 down to the 022s, and then over the holiday session, Friday, Sunday, Monday, we did see from 089s, 090s, right? Maybe we could even call it the 080s, all the way down to overlapping price activity down into the 903s, and then yesterday into and around. Yeah, we did see all the way down to 817s, all the way up into the 26,000 figure again. So yeah, guys, as long as we trade, I think as long as we have a short lean bias on the 5-minute time frame, guys, in that YM, guys, we have a long lean bias on the 4, as long as we have price pattern above, price pattern into 25,359, anywhere above, long lean bias on 30-minute. Key areas of interest are price pattern into the 756, guys, which we have not seen yet, the 756. We're still 120 points, 130 points above it, and then we're actually going to change it from no bias. We're going to go to a short lean bias, right? On the 5-minute time frame, we want to see what is it that we want to see. We definitely want to see sustained trade below that 26,010, right? 009, 26,009. So we're looking for key areas of interest, right? Key areas we're looking for are, oops, sorry about that. There we go. Our key areas, guys, key areas that we're looking for is a price pattern, right? And we just make that PP for those of you guys who know. Price pattern into 20,009. 26,009. That's right, guys. We're looking for a price pattern into 26,009. All right, guys. Like I said though, below us, we definitely still have some supportive activity, guys. We'd still have some supportive activity. We have seen that initiative out of balance all the way off the 660s down here. Yeah, that's right, off the 660s. We saw that initiative breakout. We saw an area balance form from the 607s all the way up into the 882s. So initiative out of balance all the way up to the 26,185s, and then back down. We're seeing stair-stepping activity back down. But guys, that 757 area is a big area. I will be looking for something if and when we do get down there. But I can definitely see that this could be, right? We could definitely fat cran this entire move, and we could say that this could become a larger balance if we see one more rotation back up, which is very possible, right? Is very possible. So guys, you can definitely attack this market from both sides, but I think for now we do definitely want to see sustained trade below that 009, right? That's definitely what we want to see, a sustained trade below that 009, and we're looking for a price pattern right here, right now, guys. We're looking for a price pattern into the middle of this area balance, back up here into the 926s. 926s, it would give us a potential good or price pattern lower. So price pattern into 926s, right? 926s. Okay, so sustained trade below 26,009, right? Okay, so the short lead bias stays intact, I think, on the 5-minute. As long as we stay below 26,009, and we're looking for a key area price pattern into the 926s, 25,926s. Let's move it on over, rock it on over to that NASDAQ, guys. That NASDAQ. And that NASDAQ, what does that bring us? What does that bring us? We are seeing, imagine that, guys, we're seeing the same thing. Seeing overlapping price activity on this 5-minute time frame off those all-time highs, guys. Off those all-time highs, we invalidated that long lean with the initiative up and then back down last Thursday, and we have seen overlapping price activity. We came all the way back up into the overnight, the holiday session. We came all the way back up within 4 points of the all-time high, and when we're unable to see anything continue to the upside, we have seen overlapping price activity. However, guys, on the spike down yesterday morning, we were unable to reach the middle of the previous area balance at 82. We came pretty darn close. We were able to get a long off of it, and then as we came back down, unlike in the ES where we made new lows, guys, we were unable to make new lows of the day. And we came back up. We have rotated, and guys, we are still right now trading the 7607 3/4 currently, guys. However, guys, we are definitely seeing something here in the way of some strength in the NASDAQ compared to relative to the ES on that 4-hour time frame on the NASDAQ, guys. Guys, there's no doubt about it. No doubt about it on this 4-hour time frame that we are seeing some strength, right? We are seeing initiative out of balance. I think that 7419 is a key area for us, and then perhaps at 7349 if we get down there. But yeah, that is it's kind of hard to determine whether we stay on the smaller balance that we took off from, or whether we go to the larger fat cran on that 4-hour. But yeah, guys, I'm still leaving the long lean bias key areas of interest price pattern on the 4-hour time frame into 7420. Long lean bias on 30 minutes, 7580, and anywhere above, yes, 7580, guys. And we have not even tested down there. We got pretty close yesterday, but unable to see the 7580s trade. And then on the 5-minute time frame, guys, I think that the 5-minute time frame definitely brings us into a quandary we are definitely seeing two areas of balance. Yeah, the first area of balance off the highs from the 64s all the way down to the 27s. Yeah, we saw that from, say, Thursday's trade all the way through the weekend. And then, yeah, yesterday we saw initiative out of balance to the downside, back down into that 75.80, guys, and then and we have seen just chop trade around it. So we have seen from the 76.50s all the way down to the 75.90s. And then we are currently trading the 76.06s, right? So we are seeing a little bit of an offer come back in, and we are seeing areas of balance lower, guys. I think as long as we are below the middle of that previous area of balance, guys, I think as long as we're below that at 76.58s, guys, 76.58s, I think that really gives us some short lean bias to the downside and bias on the 5, and then we want to see sustained trade below what was it, 76.58 and a quarter, guys. And then we are looking for key area, right? We are looking for price pattern into and around the middle of this area of balance that we're in right now, and that puts us right into the 27s, guys. 27s, really 26s are somewhere where we're gonna want to keep our eye on and they pop higher, guys. So the 26s into 76.26 evens. Okay. All right, guys, so that is the NASDAQ. We have established, are able to look back now and see overlapping price activity and see a 5-minute bias a little bit lower here in those majors. Now, again, let me zoom out real quick and let me just show you what I'm seeing here, guys. We are seeing that initiative out of balance. Remember, 75.30 was the previous all-time high. We are just balancing them up, guys. We could easily, with a rotation all the way back up to those highs, or near those highs, we could easily call this a fat crayon balance here, guys. There's no doubt about it. And and see continuation back to the upside. So that is that's a one way to look at that long lean. That's definitely one way to look at that long lean is, hey, we haven't even been able to test that 30-minute yet. There's no reason to be worried at this point. So like I said, this market is attackable from both sides. We're down 30 points today so far. Down 30 points today on the NASDAQ so far, guys. So yeah, that's what we are seeing here in the NASDAQ. Seeing the crude come off its recent lows. Oh, it was down $1 on the day, guys. Was down $1, but yeah, it's only down 90 cents right now. We're trading 68.98 last. All right, so there is some global weakness. Let's talk about that global weakness. We're seeing the YM down 110. We're seeing the Nasdaq down 31. We're seeing the US down, ESU8 down 10 points, guys. We're seeing a 10. We're seeing 075, 92s, 92.75s trading in the D's. So we're trading the 88 halves here, guys. So yeah, we're seeing that D's come in a little bit. The D's was up quite a bit more previously relative to the ES, but D's is seeing a little bit of an offer in it. That's right. So guys, that is the NASDAQ. Let's go ahead and let's rock it on over to that Russell, guys. That Russell. So that Russell definitely saw offer come in yesterday, right? But after in the overnight session, the holiday session, putting in a new all-time high. So that market is very much different from divergent from the other three majors that we looked at. None of the other three majors put in new all-time highs. NASDAQ came close, remember, but did not do it. Russell put in a new all-time high into the overnight session, into that that early Tuesday morning session, new all-time high, but came off with a vengeance, guys. Unlike the other majors, ES did see some selling on that second rotation down yesterday. Russell saw some selling. That's right, guys. Russell had a large, right from 40 all the way down to 20, had 20 points of range yesterday, guys. That was quite the trade in the Russell yesterday, and we are off those lows, and we are just chopping them up in the middle of this area of balance. We failed that initiative. We are rotating here, and it's kind of a chop. I think that it looks to be chopped lower, but there's really no way to tell at this point until we see full overlapping rotations. Unfortunately, I don't know exactly what to say on the Russell. The 5-minute lean has been invalidated on the Russell, unfortunately, with that trade that we saw yesterday. So we do have a long lean on the Russell on the 4-hour with price pattern is 1681 and anywhere above. That long lean bias on the 30-minute, we were looking for price pattern into 1732. That got destroyed yesterday. So we have no bias on the 30-minute, guys. No bias on the 30-minute, which is really strange because yesterday going into it, Russell was the only one that we had a 5-minute bias on. But yeah, guys, we are not seeing any bias on the Russell right now, and I think that we have to say that currently we have no bias. We have no bias on the 5-minute time frame either. We're not seeing any rotational activity here. We're just seeing a chop up from the 32s all the way down to the 27s. Not really much to talk about in the overnight session. So guys, no bias on the 5-minute time frame either. Russell has lost a lot of its bias. So that is what we're seeing in the 4 majors, guys. That's what we're seeing in the 4 majors, and I will get that posted up for you. I hope you guys enjoy it, and then for the subscribers, we'll definitely get chat blast, guys. Chat blast. We will definitely continue the chart talk this morning, and we'll get a look at some of the other trades that we have in store for us today. But guys, thank you so much for those of you guys who are watching along on YouTube. That's right, guys. I hope you were able to follow along on your charts, and since we don't have charts today, and yeah, I hope that you had hope you have a blessed trading day. Remember, this is a lost child production and is dedicated to my son. Thank you so very much, guys, and I hope you have a wonderful day.